Cordial saludo. Este es el reto número 10. Lo estoy realizando con el compañero Carlos Alberto Betancourt y mi nombre que es Kelly Nestroza Escobar. Em, Vamos a realizar un artículo en inglés. Lo escogimos de la revista Harvard Business Review y el tema es What is Psychological Safety? No one likes to deliver bad news to their boss, but that's exactly what I had to do when a project I don't been working on was delivering the results we expect. I don't we a bit advocate for working talking on the initiative and personality. I don't invest a lot of time into it and convince others to the same. When I meet with manager to present the day, why show that with hand recuperate or investing and the initiative have performed worse than planning. I was nervous. I won't be understood. It should have been frustrated or even angry and expected her to let us what went wrong or how could we have prevented this? Book question I don't prepare answer for.
Instead, she asked a simple question. What did you learn? I now understand that what she was doing was building psychological safety. She understood that learning was key. My and her team's features performance depend on it. Psychological safety is a critical concept for the teams and the people that lead them. It's also a typical wee come very cute, a bite and HBR, but not everyone knows or fully understand. If so outrage how to aim it at Monson, the Harvard Business School professor and author of the Fearless Organization, who coined the phrase team psychological safety. To get a refresh on this important idea, I asked her about where the term originality, how it's evolved, and of course, how people can think about building psychological faith on their own teams.
What is psychological safety? Let's start with a definition. Team psychological safety is shared belief, helping members of a team that is okay to take risks, to spread their ideas and concerns, to speak up with questions, and to admit mistakes, all without fear or negative. consequences. As Emonson pushed, it is full permission for candor.
Edmondson first landed on the concert when she was doing research for her PhD. She had set out to study the relationship between error making and teamwork in hospital, expecting to find the more effective teams make fewer mistakes. But what she found was that the team you repaired better teamwork seemed to experience more errors. When she dug into the data, she began to suspect that better team might be more willing to report their mistake because they felt safe doing so, and conduct follow or reserve to explore that hypothesis.
The teen in the teen psychological survey is important. This is a group level phenomenon. Is a chap the learning behavior of the group and in turn affecting performance and G for organizational performance. She says as Esmond's explaining to me the sense of safety and willingness to spay of is not an individual train. Even to is something you do feel and experience and the individual level is an emerging property of the growth. In fact, in most studies, people who work closely together have similar levels of psychological safety compared to people in the work teams.
Why is psychological safety important? First, psychological safety led to team members feeling more engaged and motivated because they feel that their contribution matters and that they are able to speak up without fear of retribution. Second, it can lead to better decision making as people feel more comfortable voicing their opinions and concerns, which often lead to a more diverse range of perspectives being heard and considered. Third, if it can foster a culture of continuous learning in and improvement, as team members feel comfortable sharing their mistakes and learning from them. This is what my boss was doing in their opening story.
All of the benefits, the impact on a team's performance, innovation, creativity, resilience, and learning have been proven in research over the years, most notably in Emunson original research and study done on Google. The research continued as Project Aristotle. I meant to understand The factor the impact teen effectiveness across Google, using over 13 statistical model and hundreds of variables. The project concluded that Wu was on a teen measure less than how the team work together, and the most important factor was psychological factor.
Further research has shown the increment downside of not having psychological effect, including negative impact on employer well-being, including stress, burnout, and turnover, as well as on the overall performance of the organization. How has the idea evolved? I asked Edmondson how the idea has changed in the 20 years since she first started writing about it. Academics have discovered some important nuances. For example, she points out that psychological faith seems to matter more in work environments where employees need to use their discretion. As this explains, the relationship between psychological faith and performance is stronger in situations where the results of work aren't prescribed. When you are doing something great, novel, or truly collaborative. She has also written about how every work requires the manager and explain how they think about psychological fate.
She and others have else been looking at how psychology survey interact with diversity on teens. New research by Edmondson and Henry Pressman, a professor of organizational behavior and insight, has shown that on teens with high psychological survey expressed diversity was positively associated with performance. Why they stay in the single one and single industry draw the element is an important proof point that psychological safety might be the key to realize the promise of diversity in teens.
How do you know if your teams have it? This is likely the question of many leaders. Means Edmondson have developed a simple 7 items questionnaire to assess the perception of psychological faith. If you want to run this survey with your team, there is an instrument you can sign up to use Edmondson website. How people answer this question will give you a sense of the degree to which they feel psychologically safe. 1. If you make a mistake on this team, is it not held against you? 2. Members of this team are able to bring up problems and solve issues. 3. People on this team sometimes accept others for being different. 4. It is, it is safe to take a risk on this team. 5. It isn't difficult to ask other members of this team for help. 6. No one on this team would develop at acting a way that undermines my efforts. 7. Working world members of this team, my unique skill and talents are valued and utilized.
Emerson cautioned, however, that the scores are not definitive. What matters is variance. And John feeling of surgery is down, so in way the is relative to their expectations. She says, for example, if says yes, I can ask for help. I am doing the relative to what I think it ought to be. She suggests manager use the day from the survey to reflect on your team's experience and be curious about what you call chance to improve the experience, which leads to another critical question. What can you do to foster psychological safety?
How do you create psychological safety? Edmondson is quick to point out that it's more magic than essence, and it's important for managers to remember this is a climate that we create, sometimes in mysterious ways. Anyone who was working on the team marked by silence and inability to speak up knows how hard is it to reserve that. A lot of what goes into creating a psychological safe environment, a good management practice, things like establishing clear norms and expectations so there is a sense of predictability in fairness, encouraging open communication and actively listening to employees, making sure team members feel support, and showing appreciation and humility when people to speak up. They are a field addition tactical to Edmond point to as well.
Maker we employees voice matter. For most people, I feel safe to hold back and stay silent. They default to keeping their ideas and opinions to themselves. You have to override Da in sea by citing the star for them to speak. She says explain clear and specific why you need to hear from them with their employ and input matter and how it will affect the course of the world.
Amy your one fallibility. If you, as a leader, can one up to and demonstrate how you learning from your mistake is it paves the way for others. It's important to model the behavior you want you to see in your team and normalize vulnerability. This includes things like being respectful, open to feedback, and willing to take risks. Bueno, el texto nos habla de cuál es la seguridad psicológica que tenemos básicamente en el trabajo, especialmente en lo que representa en un equipo de trabajo, de las relaciones que se manejan frente a un líder que se tiene en una empresa. Este texto parte de cómo darle una noticia mala a un jefe y a su vez de cómo éste tendría una reacción no esperada por nosotros mismos. Se busca la manera en cómo nos relacionamos, de cómo actuamos frente a dificultades o logros que no se pueden alcanzar en una organización, de cómo tratar las personas que son tímidas frente a expresar sus opiniones y cómo llegar a explotar ese intelecto que se tiene reprimido y de cómo sacarles provecho a los errores que se pueden llegar a cometer en muchos de nuestros casos de la vida cotidiana.
También hay estudios donde han demostrado que cuando las personas logran trabajar mejor en equipo hay mayor productividad. Esto se logra con el respeto de cada opinión, ya sea que cada uno tenga ideas diferentes. Básicamente, eso nos habla un poco de este texto. Muchas gracias.